Carmen here from Upstate. Let's talk about plowing. I've talked to a few people that wanted to start their own plowing business and they asked me how they should go about it. So I'm going to tell you, it's very stressful. You got to be dedicated to it and you cannot work another job. You can't work another job and depend on being at people's houses and plowing their driveways without getting a nasty phone call, especially when you're taking their money. So this is what it is, man. If you're going to start your own plowing business, you have to pretty much start your own landscaping business because you got to have money ahead of that because plowing is kind of tough just to make money off of. Because sometimes it doesn't even snow at all. Some customers they're either basic one you pay when they come or they pay you for the season. It all depends on how you get your customers. Two, you got to buy all the plow stakes. You got to have multiple customers. The only way you're going to make money doing it is you got to have over 50 accounts if you're by yourself. You got to have two reliable vehicles. You can't just rely on one truck because if that truck breaks down, you're screwed. But if you do have one truck and you would want to make friends with other plow guys because sometimes they can back you up. You give them a phone call, say, hey, my truck broke down. I'm going to need you to help me out. I'll help you out. One hand washes the other. But sometimes other people are overwhelmed. They can't do it themselves. So it's just tough out there. So if you want to start your own plowing business, you always got to make sure you get a reliable vehicle or maybe get a couple of them. Two, you want to have a 2500 vehicle. It doesn't matter if it's Dodge, Ford, Chevy, Toyota, whatever. You want it to be a 2500 because if you get a 1500 vehicle, it ain't going to be strong enough. It ain't going to be powerful enough. I mean, it is, it isn't. It's just going to ruin your truck. It's basically to just do your own driveway and a few family members, and that's it. I wouldn't go do 30 driveways with a 1500. And besides, you can only get a 7-foot blade on there. You can put an 8-foot, but you're putting stress on that front end unless you beef up your front end, which is going to cost you some more money. But I would just get a 2500. They already come beefed up, and you can put a 10-foot blade on there with wings on there if you wanted to. And I would recommend V blades. I wouldn't get straight blades. V blades are the way to go. It doesn't matter if it's a Western or if it's a Boss blade or whatever. As long as it's V blade, it'll work good for you. Straight blades are kind of like out of whack today. That was something in the past. That's what they could make. It does leave a lot of shit on the outsides. With the V blades, you can scoop more, put it up higher on piles and stuff like that. So if you want to start your own plow business, you got to make sure you have the right vehicles. You got to make sure you have backup vehicles. You got to make sure you have plow stakes and all that stuff, and you got to make sure you have the accounts and the customers. A lot of it's word through the mouth, advertisement. Yeah, that costs money too. Or you just got to sell yourself. Go out there and represent yourself the door to door. But starting a plow business, I would recommend you to go work for a company first, plow for them, and then you'll see how it's like. And then you'd make your decision. Like, subscribe, check out some of my other videos.